Hi there, it's Liz Yule from Old Stables Crafts again, and I've got a creepy little project for you today. It's this card, which is used making the Beetles and Bugs stamp set. Now, in preparation for this, I have stuck all of the stamps onto the front of the stamp set. The reason for doing that is because the stamp set itself does very cleverly have all of the stamps numbered. So you've got 1A, 1B, 1C, so you know what goes together, but they're a bit jumbled up. So for ease of this video, I have stuck them to the front so I can see which one goes with which. So this card I made using a lot of the neutrals stamps or inks. So I used Early Espresso for the outline, and then Soft Suede and Crumb Cake with just the odd little touch of Sahara Sand for the inside bits. This is two-step stamping. It's very easy two-step stamping, says she who's about to go and make a mess of it, probably. But I thought I would show you how to do it. I'm sure many of you know how to do two-step stamping, but maybe not with this particular set. And I think, well, when I first saw this set way back in November at the Onstage event back in November, launching the Spring Summer catalogue to demonstrators, this was one of the stamp sets that jumped out of the catalogue for me. I love it. I don't know why I love it. I think possibly because it's a good mail card or stamp set, but I love it. So let's give it a go. As I say, this was using the Neutrals collection. So this time I'm changing it up a bit, and I'm going with some shades of greeny sort of colours. So I've got Always Artichoke, Emerald Envy and Mint Macaron. I have no idea whether these are going to work, but I'm in a bit of a monotone thing at the moment, so I thought I would give it a go. If we don't try, we don't know these things. So those are the inks. Then I'm using a very vanilla base for the stamping. So that is cut at my usual small size, which is 5.5 by 3 3/4, or 14 by 9.5 centimetres. As ever, the dimensions will be on the associated blog post down here. Then I've got a Mint Macaron matte. Now, Mint Macaron is one of the 2015-2017 in colours, so it's here until the end of May, and then it goes forever. And you will have heard me say on a number of occasions, if you've been watching these videos for a while, that it's already very popular. Looking at what is waiting to go out on order, Mint Macaron Re-Inker is pretty much up there. So it's on heavy back order. So if you want Mint Macaron and you want it past the end of May, you know what to do. And in case you don't, it's jump over to my online store and get it ordered and get your card ordered as well. So anyway, very vanilla, Mint Macaron cut at 5 5/8 by 3 7/8, or 14 1/4 by 9 3/4, and then a standard UK, well, metric A5 piece of card, so A4 cut in half, scored down the middle, and this will make our A6 card base. So let's start by folding that. Scored, so I'm folding it towards the mountain. There is a physics reason for that, and it's all to do with stretching the fibres of the card, but we'll just do it. I also have, and I've put it to one side so I don't get it muddled up, an insert for the card as well, and this is, again, it's the same size as the Mint Macaron. Obviously, to write on Always Artichoke would be a challenge, so I'm going to do a little bit of stamping on the inside as well. So let's get started. I'm going to do the outline in the Always Artichoke, and I'm just going to whiz through this because I'm going to line up my stamps ready for cleaning at a later date, because otherwise you'll be watching me doing lots of cleaning or waiting for me to do lots of cleaning, and that frankly is boring for everybody. So all I'm going to do is just have a little go at stamping pretty much everywhere. And of course I've just realised I'm going to have to do some cleaning, because otherwise I'm going to get very inky. So let me just do a bit of repositioning. Nothing quite like doing these things on the fly. Sorry, that's almost a pun, bearing in mind what I'm doing now. I am going to use the bigger stamps first, because it's easy to fill in with the smaller stamps. So, and I'm going to do all of the background images before I do any of the infill. And as ever, I do like images going off for this sort of all over pattern, where basically we're making our own designer series paper. I do like things to go off the edge, because it looks a bit more meant. If you keep everything inside the line, then it looks a bit, I don't know, it just doesn't look quite right. Who knows why. So I'm also on a bit of a mission at the moment. Someone very kindly, and I do mean very kindly, suggested that I was saying quite a lot as a bit of a filler. So I am going to try not, which of course means that I probably will use it even more than normal. So, who knows? She says, desperately trying not to say So today, I have to say, I thought was going to be an interesting day for filming, for a simple reason. Don't know why I cleaned that. Simple reason, we had thunderstorms forecast. So we haven't got any. She says. So it's actually a really sunny day. I'm hoping that the lighting is all right, because I've got my curtain pulled back, which is that way. And I'm hoping that therefore you have reasonable light, but it may be one-sided, for which I apologise if that's the case. So let's see, I just want the little ones now. These are really baby ones. And we'll do a couple of those. And then we've got really baby, teeny weeny. Let's see, we've got our ant. The ant, I have to say, I find remarkably cute, which I think says more about me than it does about the ant. But there we are. I think it is just cute. So by the time I've show this video, or schedule it, it will be way past the next on-stage event. I will have been to and come back from Amsterdam, and will be incredibly excited by what I've seen, because what I will have seen is the new annual catalogue. And because I will have been to on stage, and almost more importantly, because I'm a demonstrator, I get to see everything that's in the annual catalogue early. So I'm very, very excited about that. I'm going to be able to order, having been to on stage. Right, I'm now going to do some of the Emerald Envy bits. Having been to on stage, I get to do a pre-order earlier than demonstrators who haven't been to on stage. Right, so this is the bit where we've got to concentrate a little bit more. I tend to do the darker colour and the small, which is for me the smaller colour, first, and it's quite easy closer to see how you line these up. So there's a little V in the middle here which goes into this V here. Now obviously I can't put my head directly over because that will get in the way of the camera, but I've got a fairly good idea of where I need to stamp. It's not going to be as perfect as you would be able to do it at home, but it's going to be good enough for jazz. So yes, having been to on stage, I get to put in a very early pre-order. which means that I get things very, very early. Oh, that wasn't particularly well lined up. That's better. And other demonstrators who didn't go to on stage, and I do apologise if this sounds a little bit like gloating, other demonstrators, they still get to see things early, just not quite as early. So I will be able to order a few things in the couple of weeks after I get back from on stage. I won't be able to show them to you, I'm afraid, but I will at least be able to... In fact, no, I think I might. I'm going to have to refresh my memory about what I can and can't show you, because I think I can show you projects with them, just not the catalogue. So you may or may not get to see things very, very early. I think I may only be able to show them to you in May, but as soon as I can, I will do so. I won't be able to show you the inside of the catalogue until it goes live. I'll be able to show you the cover. So let's hope that the cover gives some nice clues as to what's on the inside, because that will be fun. Where are we? We're on 11.5 minutes. So it's not the shortest, going to be the shortest video in the world, but hopefully it won't be too terribly long even. So, I'm really not doing those terribly well. As I say, it's not frighteningly easy doing it when you can't put your head over the stamps. When you can put your head over the stamps, it is actually quite easy to line these up, but I can't. So, well, I could, but you just get to see the back of my head, which is not the most unattractive part of me, but it's not equally one of the more attractive bits. So I think I have done, yep, all of the bits that I want in Emerald Envy. So let's bring in the mint macaron. Now, on the subject of mint macaron and re-inkers, I ordered my re-inker about a month ago, and I've just heard that it's on its way. That is what I mean by it's quite popular. At the point when I ordered it, it was on back order. Sorry, just concentrating while I do that. It was on back order. I hadn't expected it to take quite so long to come back in, but there we go, it did. There is also, I don't know if you can see, there's a little arrow on the, let's see if I can bring this closer without sending you completely woof on the focusing. There is this little pointy bit on all of the stamps to show you which way up is, so it does make it a little bit easier. I might actually swap for the very small, this is the A block, and I think for some of these it might just be a little bit easier to make sure I don't rock the block too much. Any more moths? No, that's the moth. The myth. Right, I haven't got a really pale, so what I'm going to do for the moth is just stamp off and then fill in its head with the stamped off. So yes, I have to say, at the point where I'm filming this and I'm waiting to go to on stage, I am incredibly excited. It's the first time I will have been to the live event, so I'm sure you can understand. The local event is exciting, but to be at the live event, I am incredibly excited by it. So, yeah. I'm a bit like a child waiting for Christmas, I think. Now, oh yes, that's that one. I was thinking there was a lot, yeah, swap blocks. This one here, I was thinking, I'm sure there must be another bit that isn't this, the bit I'm about to use, but there isn't. It's just stripy, so that's fine. So yes, I am incredibly excited. I keep looking at my flight information and waiting to check in. which again sounds sad, I haven't been overseas by plane, or indeed possibly at all, for over 5 years. So it's all quite exciting. I don't know why it's taken me quite so... Ooh, I've missed something. I've missed that. I don't know why it's taken me quite so long to go overseas, but there we go. These things happen. And silence. It's concentrating and desperately trying not to say And I do mean that in the nicest sense. I do hope that the lady who is watching, who I won't name, I hope she doesn't mind me just mentioning that, because I don't actually listen back to my videos. And as soon as she mentioned that I was using as a punctuation mark, I did, and oh my, she was so right. And all I could hear when I listened to one of the videos back was and it was a bit like a bug. So yes, I'm now desperately trying to not Right, we are very nearly there. Honest Injun, we are. These are supposedly ladybirds, but you know, we're going to have them green. Well, mint. So I hope you all enjoyed Celebration. When I'm filming this, it has actually finished, but only just. I'm filming this on the 1st of April, which for those of you in the UK and maybe overseas, I don't know, does April Fool's Day travel? For the UK, it's the day when people play jokes on each other, which is slightly unkind, but there we go. Right, this one just pops in there. So this is no joke. I am actually doing this in shades of green, or sort of minty green. Oh, I missed one. That's it. Yay! Okay, so I think note to self, next time I'm going to make DSP, don't do it with something quite so small. So that's that. Let's whiz on with the other bits. Actually, there is some other inking I want to, or stamping I want to do, which is bringing in this, and I think we will just have, I'm going to just load up a few of the smaller ones, she says, trying to find them. And in fact, I might just do those two. So I'm just going to use the Always Artichoke, and it helps if you ink them properly, and just pop them down in the corner there. Just right. So that's that. You don't need that. Right, we are there. We are pretty there. So, snail. I'll pop some of that on the back. Oh, wrong piece. Pop some of that on the inside of the card. There we are. So that's the inside of the card done. Let's do this one now, which of course is what I had intended to do before. Where are we? 19 minutes. I do apologise. This really has gone on a long time. Okay, on the original I actually popped this up with dimensionals, but for the sake of speed and everyone's sanity, I shan't. But obviously you could. So there we are. Two. Put them that way around, I think. Yes. So the original and this one, I actually like it. I wasn't convinced partway through, but I do actually like it. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope I didn't bore you too stupid with doing it. If you did enjoy it, give it a thumbs up. If you want any of the supplies, the link will be below. as will the associated blog post link will be below. Do hop over there. I'll have some close-ups and other bits and pieces over there. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you again soon. All the best. As I say, give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe. That's me over there.